After the Republic Revolution, two major parties were emerged. One is the Kuomintang Party or Kuomintang Party. It is also called as the Kuomintang Party or Kuomintang Party. It is called as KMT, called as the KMT, National People's Party. The Kuomintang Party is one, and another party, Chinese Communist Party, CCP, Chinese Communist Party. These were the major parties were emerged after the Republic Revolution in the China. Okay, in the Kuomintang Party, Sun Yat-sen was the main leader. This party was led by the Sun Yat-sen, and they worked on the basis of ideology of Sun Yat-sen. They identified the four great needs of the people in the society. What are they? Food, cloth, shelter, and transportation. Food, cloth, shelter, and transportation. Food, cloth, shelter, transportation are the major needs of the people were identified by the Kuomintang Party under the leadership of Sun Yat-sen. Okay, somewhat they tried to solve that problems. But after the death of Sun Yat-sen, the Chiang Kai-shek came to the power. After death of Sun Yat-sen, Chiang Kai-shek came to the power. He suppressed the warlords and he tried to militarize the government. And also he wanted the people to adopt the habit and instructions for unified behavior. And generally, the base of the Kuomintang Party was in urban areas, but the industrial growth was lessened. It was very bad. Industrial growth was decreased. But the workers in the urban areas were unhappy with the ruling of that Kuomintang Party under the Chiang Kai-shek. The working hours are too long and the working conditions are also very bad. Especially the women workers, they were paid low. So the workers started to organize in the unions. They started trade unions, and they got new ideas. And also they tried to social and cultural change. In that process, the schools and some of the universities also help in the change of social and cultural sector. And especially the Peking University helped to change in the social and cultural organizations in the China. The Chiang Kai-shek, he was a conservative leader, narrow-minded. Only he used the military power than solving the people's problems. And also he encouraged the women to have the four virtues. What are they? Chastity, appearance, speak, and work. Chastity, appearance, speak, and work. These are the four virtues encouraged by the Chiang Kai-shek. And especially, he wanted to control the women towards the household only. So their work was limited to the household only. So finally, he was the discriminated mind about the women. And of course, that party under the Chiang Kai-shek was under the narrow social base. In the social conditions also, he continued in the narrow way. Especially the Sun Yat-sen's program was neglected by the Chiang Kai-shek. Generally, the Sun Yat-sen's program was so minimize, reduce the capitalism, reduce the capitalism and redistribution of land. Reduce the capitalism, redistribution of land. These are the major programs of Sun Yat-sen were neglected by the Chiang Kai-shek. Totally, he used the military power to solve the problems. He wanted to militarize the nation. Japanese invaded China. And this war continued for a long time. And this Japan continued the occupation of China till the end of the Second World War. During that period, the economic conditions became worst, and between the 1945 to 1949, the prices were increased to the 30% per month. So it is showing the decrease of economy and the worst position of the Chinese economy. And in those times, the rural China had the two important crises. One is the ecological crisis, and the second one is the socio-economic crisis. Under the ecological crisis, you can see the soil exhaustion and deforestation and the floods. Soil exhaustion and deforestation and floods are the main problems in the rural areas in those times. These are the ecological crisis. And the socio-economic crisis. In the society of the China, there is a crisis of socio-economy. And here, the land tenure system, the major lands were under the control of landlords. That is the land tenure system especially. And the land tenure system was the problematic system. It was harmful to the small and middle farmers. And on the indebtedness of the peasants also important crisis. And after that, primitive technology and lack of communication and lack of primitive technology. These are the socio and economic crises in the rural China. And at that situation, there were so many problems in the China. Though the Kuomintang party failed to fight against the Japan. So in that situation, the Chinese Communist Party CCP was emerged in 1921 after the Russian Revolution. In the Russia, Lenin introduced the Kuomintang. Lenin introduced the Kuomintang. What is Kuomintang? Kuomintang and Soviet Union will help the communist government. They tried to establish the world communist government. So automatically they helped the communist government to overall the world. Of course, they followed the traditional Marxist ideology. What is the traditional Marxist ideology? Under this ideology, the workers only would rise the revolution. The workers only would rise the revolution. So that is the old and traditional Marxist ideology. But in CCP, in the communist China, the communist leaders did not follow the traditional Marxist ideology of the workers.